Hello everyone, welcome to my story, episode number 4. This one will be on breakups. I'll be sharing my story about a breakup and then trying to help you guys get over yours if you ever had to deal with one. Because it's something that is very serious and it's something that happens to everybody. No matter what type of people you are. And what I mean by that is like whoever you decide to be in a relationship, because as I stated before, you cannot choose who you can be, who you fall in love with. And for me, I fell in love with this guy. His name was Ethan. I met him on Plenty of Fish, and I met him, we were talking for altogether about 6 to 8 months. And it started out really well. We were talking, doing our normal thing. It started out normal. We did not want to jump fully into anything that was exclusive. Like, we started as friends, and then we, eventually, after maybe about 2 or 3 weeks of talking, we officially said, okay, we're dating, but we're still learning about each other. So we would video chat, and after about a month altogether, I knew that I was going to fall for him. There was just something about him. Every time I've seen him, there was felt like there was nobody else around, it was just us two. And we were talking for, again, about 6 to 7 months altogether. And by, after a month and a half, I think we were pretty much exclusive. We were talking over the internet pretty much every night. We were talking on the phone, text messaging. And I think I waited till about 6 weeks to 7 weeks in to actually tell him I love him. And he had told me that he loved me before that. I think it was about a month in. And then when I told him, it was something that I was actually feeling. That was the first time I've actually been truly in love with someone else that I was in a relationship with. And then, after that, it was smooth sailing for a little bit. We would talk normally every night about various things, learning about each other, something new pretty much every night. He helped me with some situations that I've had involving family and friends, and I've helped him, in the best way that we could. And we truly did fall for one another. He's told me that he still cares about me. We still do talk once in a while. It's hard to not have those feelings of love for him in a more exclusive way, but we are still friends. The way we ended was very good. It wasn't like anything drastic happened, anything like that, anything big, we didn't fight or anything like that to end. What had ended us was the fact that his grandfather, may he rest in peace, because from what I hear about him, and when I did talk to him once over live chat, he was very sweet man, and he passed away. And that kind of took a little bit of a toll on our relationship. I didn't know how to respond to some of his things that he would ask me. For example, he asked me, why did I choose him? Because nobody really chose him before. He said this was his first exclusive relationship, and this was mine as well. And which I told him I chose him because he was the one that actually gave me a chance. finding someone on a dating site is very hard. It takes some time to actually know who's really going to be there for you and who's only there for certain reasons. And when I first started talking to Ethan, I knew like he was going to be there for certain reasons. He wasn't there only for certain things. He didn't want money. He didn't want anything. And I didn't want money or anything from him. And that's what a relationship really should be about. It should be the fact that you truly love this person. It's not about, okay, I'm only going to be dating this person because he has money, or I'm going to be dating this person because he has this nice house, he's successful, and all that and other thing. To be honest with you, I really didn't have any job. I was still in high school when we first met, and he just started working at Giant. He lived in California, and he said about he wanted to come here around Christmas time to meet me in person and that, but that ended up falling through because of his grandfather, which I knew was the truth because I've spoken to his grandfather, and he was sadly passing away, and it was hard on Ethan, and he did come to me for help, and that was something new. For me, I didn't know how to respond to some of the things he was asking me. Like, he had asked me, like, why they took him now, and I didn't know how to respond to that, so I would just normally just say, whatever happened to him, just know that he still loved you. And that's kind of always what I went to, because I mean, I was trying to help him, but I didn't know really how to help him. And so after that, months went on. About a month after everything happened, his grandfather offered him a house, because his grandfather had a house in England as well, because he was part English or British, and his grandfather had a house here in the United States, and in England he had one as well. And when his grandfather passed away, he got a will where he got that house, and which he ended up deciding to move there, and he told me about it. And at first we were like, okay, well, maybe we can still make this work. But I think we both kind of realized, okay, well, this is a very, very long distance thing. I don't think it's really going to work out, but I was very, very in love with him. He was my first true love. I mean, he was the first person, the first guy that actually, I was in a relationship, and the first guy that actually gave me the time of day. And he had told me that he fell in love with me, but I wasn't his first relationship with a guy. He had dated someone else, but he said that guy was only there because of money, and I didn't think that was very right. Ethan had some type of money because he did, like, of course he had his normal job, but he also worked, like, helping his parents out and all that, and his parents were very wealthy people, so he said his parents would normally give him money for helping them out, so he was very wealthy, and that wasn't what I was really there for, and that's one thing he was worried about when he got in a relationship with me, and I said, I don't want no money. I said, I don't really need it, I don't want it, and, he had offered me money a couple times, but I've told him no, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for you, and that's what a relationship should be about. But when we actually kind of broke up, it was hard on us. We didn't talk for about a week after that. It was hard not texting, not talking to him every night like I was so used to doing. And I didn't really know how to fill that void of something yet by doing that. And he, out of the blue one day, wrote me and he said, just because we broke up, I hope you know that doesn't mean I don't care about you. And I said that, okay, I still care about you and I still love you. As a friend, of course. And I think it's very much possible to be breaking up and still be friends. I think it's very well possible. And I think it's actually a decent idea depending on how the breakup went. The way that me and Ethan had broken up, it was pretty good, so I think that's okay. But if you broke up over a serious reason like domestic violence or something like that, it's very hard to get along with those people again. In which breakups are very hard, and sometimes you don't know who you can really talk to or who you can trust. As I said before, I very have low friends, in my opinion. More so I talk to family. The person I actually went to about this situation and breaking up was my mom. She said about it was going to be hard to get over him, because I still have feelings for him, and I still feel and love him every day, and he's told me that before, and I know that it's going to take time to move on, but eventually we will find our soulmates and our Prince Charmings, and maybe one day we'll meet up again. And who knows, that could be the person that we were meant to be with all along, but God works in mysterious ways. And I know breakups can be very hard and very difficult to get over, but God has someone out there for everybody, and I know that sometimes it feels as if nobody's really out there for you, because I felt that way for quite some time. And then, out of the blue, I met Ethan. And I fell head over heels for him. And then it seemed as if that might not be the one that I was supposed to be with. And even though it still hurts, and I still do love him, we have to move on at some point, and I'm going to try, but every day it's hard, I know, but again, having that person to talk to is probably the best thing to do. I'm sure that if you have some type of counseling or a parent or whatever that you are very close to, I'm sure that they would sit down with you and talk about it, because my mom did. My mom helps me with the situations, and I still have times where I miss talking to him as a couple, and he knows that, and I know that he misses me. He's already told me that. But again, breakups are very difficult things to get over, and the whole world has dealt with them. So you can definitely go out and ask a friend or a sibling or counselor or something like that for help if you do need it. And if you're listening to this, thank you guys for watching. This was very hard for me to open up about. I never really opened up about my relationship in quite such ways. But thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys all next week for my story, where I'll be talking about another huge topic in the world, which is I'll be talking about grieving for a loved one, which may have passed away or you just don't talk to anymore. Anyways, have a great day. Peace. Thank you guys for watching, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video on Facebook if you enjoy it. Share as much as you can if you guys want to. Feel free. Peace.